Hello for everyone and welcome back to another video. This is a bit of a tip or tutorial type of video. Very different than you're used to. Very different than I'm used to. But I did think I had to make something like this because I have for the longest time been struggling, as many people have, to get enough marks to actually get your abilities or your skins for your dinosaurs. And I figured, well, I can make a bit of a guide video for you to show you some tips and tricks of stuff you might not know for you to get more marks. Hello there, Rex. So yeah, we are on official servers, so all of the quests reward amount is just one times rate, normal official servers. And I will be teaching you a couple of things I have picked up along the way that have helped me to get more marks so I can get all of my skins. Starting with what quests you should do, because not all quests give you the same amount of growth or marks. Let's say this quest right here. We've got Spotted Lake Pools. It's a quest where you rest at one of the waypoints, like this, and then you wait for 15 seconds. This gives you 50 marks, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it takes 15 seconds, and that's it. See, 50 marks, just like that. If I were to do a Pinecone quest or something, it would give me a little bit more, but it would cost me a lot more time. So, quests that you can easily do will always be better than ones that take a lot of time. You see this quest I've got right here, collect turtle shells, collect clams. That is a really bad quest. Unless you're willing to spend a lot of time growing, just skip this quest. I'm telling you, skip it, because it requires you to move around a very big area and collect shells and clams. In this case, it's the entire border of Whistling Columns. If you want to get this quest done, you need to go to, well, let's say that critter den, that icon over there, and then you need to go all the way up until there, maybe, until you've got enough to complete the quest. And that will take at least like 7 minutes or something. And in the meantime, you could have done a bunch of other quests, so I will be showing you which ones are better than this one. Starting with location quests. Now, I do have most of the location quests. I think maybe... Do I have all of them? I'm actually not sure. I haven't played Ramp a lot, so I'm not actually adult, as you can see, but oh no, I don't have this side of the map. I don't have Stride Falls, I don't have Young Grove or Wilderness Peak, so I will be going over there to show you. Hello, the Rex, another Rex, okay. That if you go over to a new area, I do have a location quest to find Green Valley, but that will only be 50 marks, so if you're not like right there, it's not worth it, because again, it takes a long time. For me, a ramp maybe not, but if you're, well, a Rex maybe, then it's not worth going to a specific area to complete a specific quest. Instead, you should just move around the map and go find... Holy crap, what is this? I can't hear myself think, man. Oh, speaking of quests, I wasn't sure if I was able to show this one off, but albino critters, they have nerfed the amount of growth and quests you actually get. It used to be 500 marks and half a bar of growth, but they have changed that to 300 marks and less growth, but still it's a really good quest to do. Unless you're a ramp, because it's an absolute nightmare. As you can see, I can't hit this thing. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I need more stam for this. There we go. Okay. You better run, Coniophilus. This thing will take so long to kill, it's not even funny. Yeah, so unless you are... well, there's no real excuse to not go for these things. I mean, they do attract a lot of people. That's really the only downside of this quest. Because most people know that this is a good way to grow or get marks. So if you're in a bit of a hotspot and not an alpha critter, an albino critter shows up, then it can be a bit dangerous, because, well, every player that has noticed it will go for that thing. And they will not hesitate to kill you if it means saving their critter and keeping you from stealing the growth from them. But again, yeah, I would just try and get this guy within 2.5 minutes, I think I got. No! Bro, I was so close! Oh man, as I said, yeah, Ramp is a bit hard to do this on, but saying that, Goniopholis is one of the fastest critters. Well, I think like Pilusanua and Didelphodon are really fast too. Platyhystrix is as well, but there are a lot of slower critters out there that you can easily keep up with, even as a ramp running. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't get to show that off, but yeah, just so you know, it's 300 marks, which is quite a lot, it really is. Ow! Jeezums. Okay then, so another thing, other than the albino critters, is of course the alpha critters, the hunt or be hunted quest. If you're just looking to get marks, don't do that. I think it gives you maybe 100. I'm actually not sure. I'll try and find one of those quests. But considering it puts you up against an alpha critter, and it can be any alpha critter, it's probably not worth doing, because you need to find the critter, which sometimes is hard enough. It does give you a little circle to be like, okay, it's around this area, but sometimes it just doesn't spawn. So that's, yeah. Just skip that quest if you just want marks. If you want growth, you can do it. It gives you a half decent amount of growth. But the real thing is this guy. The quest givers. I just got Noxious Slime. So you need to kill Platyhystrix, Diplocaulus, and the frog. So this is actually one of the hardest ones. Platyhystrix is pretty, yeah, it's easy to find, but the other two not so much. So what I would do, you'd get 150 marks, which is pretty decent, but again, it takes a long time. So I would just abandon this quest, go back up to the quest giver, and just get a new one. I don't think many people realize this, but you can just keep on getting new ones until you find one that you like. This one is a pincer, so you need to kill crabs or a scorpion, which again, unless you're in a mountainous area or on the beaches, not the easiest one, so abandon. And let's see, stinger. Okay, so this is only Pulmonoscorpius. Don't really want to do that. Rotten eggs. Let's go. That's a better one. This is 75 marks, but it doesn't have a time restriction or a area restriction. You can just fly or walk around the entire map, and once you find an egg, you just grab it and it will slowly go towards the quest, and you will get marks from it. So definitely always have a couple of quests from the quest givers on your bar, because it will add up and it will give you a lot of marks. This one right here, the Stirring Den, it's not the greatest, especially if you're a pretty weak creature. It doesn't give you a whole lot of time. I have tried to in the past. Ow! Okay, yeah, we're not doing this. I have tried in the past to. Yeah, okay, it's 100. It's 100 marks. I thought so. I have tried in the past to get the critter low HP, and then just run or fly away, and then go back to it when I heal a little bit, and it has worked in the past, but you can't always rely on that. Scutes, however, is a different story. Scutes is a really good one. It's just turtles and Deinosuchus, and turtles are very easy to find. I think we should be able to just find a couple of them around this area already. Interesting. Okay, well, turtles, as I said, they're pretty easy to find. And you need, I think it was 5? Yeah, 5 scutes. Again, no time constraint, no area constraint. It's really, really good, those quests. And it gives you not that many marks, but it will add up, because you can always just have a couple of them ready and just slowly work towards completing them. But in the meantime, if you're not finding any tortoises or something, doing normal quests is still a really, really good way. Another Rex, holy crap, what is this? Doing normal quests is still a really, really good way to actually get marks. Some areas obviously better than others. Dryad Lake, the place we're at right now, really great questing spot. It has 4 really easy quests you can complete. You just saw me do the branches and tiger nuts, and if you remember, if you memorize where these things are located, you can go through them so easily. And another thing they've just added since the Riparia map got introduced is like little areas inside of POIs. You just saw me enter this part of Dryad Lake, and I got 50 marks from just doing that. So I'm glad I waited to make this video, because that is another really good way of getting marks. 50 marks for just traveling inside of a POI. That's really easy to do. So don't do it, Rex. I'm not bothering you. Good boy. Okay. No, like, just moving inside of POI and getting all of those little areas, it's really, really effective, because every POI has like at least 1 or 2 smaller ones that you can discover and get marks from. And if that's 50 for every one, and you get 100 from discovering it, that's at least 150 marks from just moving around or entering that POI. And then you can do a couple quests, which will get you an average of maybe 150 again, or maybe 200 marks if you do 3 or 4 quests. So you can easily get 400 quests for quests. Jesus. 400 marks from just entering one area and doing like 3 or 4 quests. And I don't know about you, but that sounds really good. We finally found a tortoise, so I'm gonna kill this thing. I don't care if I get low HP, because I'm a Ramp and I could just easily heal up, but come on. This is a baby, right? Or is it not? There we go. Search. There we go. I've never seen Rymphorhynchus search before. That was really strange. Oh crap! No, 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 no. No, thank you. I just want my food, man. This is a baby aloe. Okay. Is he going for the aloe now? Or was he just trying to kill me? I just... You fuck... Get out of here! I want food! Come on. There we go. Okay, so as you saw, just 5 of those tortoises will get me a half decent amount of marks. It's not a lot, but the main reason why I do recommend doing these quests is because they carry over servers, they carry over time, they carry over play sessions. And what I mean by that is, if you log off and log back onto another server, maybe even on a different day, it will save your progress on those quests. And I don't think you know how big that is, because in every other quest, if it's just like a kill Platyhystrix, as you see, I've got the quest kill Platyhystrix. If I kill 2 out of 3 and then I log out and I log back in on another server or on another day, it will have reset the progress, so I have to kill 3 again. But with this, if I kill 4 tortoises, get 4 scutes, and then log on the next day, it will have saved my progress, and I will still have to only kill 1 more to get that quest done. So that is really nice. It's honestly a game changer. And now I will be sharing with you a couple of... Okay, yeah, it's 65. It's 65 marks for discovering the required area, as you could call it. Lakeweed quests. They give you a half decent amount of marks, as every other quest does. But they are one of the most dangerous ones, obviously, because you expose yourself to the semi-aquatics of this game. So, and if you're wanting to take the risk, sure. But if you're just wanting to get marks, honestly, I would just skip the quest, because it's just too dangerous. And this leads me into my next point. If you really want to just get marks, not anything else, your main priority is survival. And I see so many people complaining that they want more skins or just more marks in general. And then what they do is they go to a hotspot and they do quests over there. And then they get into a fight and they die and they lose like 500 marks, or maybe even more. And then they get upset. I'm like, okay, if you want to get more marks, Just play survival. You need to not die. It's as simple as that. I can't can't say it any other way. If you want to get more marks, your main priority should be surviving and not losing the marks you already have. Because dying, it sets you back like maybe 20 minutes of questing. Unless you get lucky and get a albino critter, which will almost fully compensate you from dying once. But other than that, dying is the worst thing that can happen if you want to grind marks. So here we have another quest you can do for marks. The tree quest. They got rid of the growth that it gave you. I have no idea why, but they still kept the growth. The growth. The marks. They still give you 50 marks, which from just literally going up to a tree, pressing a button, and then moving off is really, really good. So, with the trees being pretty easy to spot from a distance, it's definitely worth it. I think they might reset over time, or they just reset when the server restarts. I'm actually not entirely sure, but either way, if you're in not a if you're not on a hotspot, there should be a couple of trees you can knock over to give you 50 marks each. So that's nice. I think this is my second last point. By the way, I have not scripted this at all. This is just everything is from the top of my head. But I hope you've enjoyed these tips so far, as they are of use to you. And here I am pushing down another tree. No idea how Rymphorhynchus is able to do that, but hey, I'm not complaining. 3 marks. So yeah, what I was saying. Yeah, my second to last point is really important. If you want to be as efficient as possible, then you need to know where you can find your quest items. And don't just aimlessly walk around a POI searching for mushrooms until you figure out that you've been searching in the wrong area. Every item has its own area that it can spawn in, and you need to learn them for every single one. If it asks for milk caps, you should know where to find those. If it asks for pine cones, you should know where to find them. If it asks for lakeweed, that's obvious. You should know where to find them. If it asks for acorns, you might not know where to find them because, well, they're pretty rare on this map. But if you do know where to find them, and maybe even better, know exactly where to find them, there are a couple of spots on this map where I've quested so much that I memorize perfectly where to find what quest item. So I can just blindly go to the spots where there are the tiger nuts I need, or the succulents, or the branches, or the bloodstones, or whatever. So if you have an area that you like to play at, for me, and many other people, Salt Flats is an area that I play a lot at. However, these last few months I have been moving away from it a little bit because it's turning more and more into a Grand Plains River 2.0 with just infinite amounts of um, mega packs and mix packs. And as a mostly solo player, there's just no fun in dealing with them. So if you can find a area that works for you, works for your dinosaur that you play, stick to it for a little bit and do the quests, memorize them, so next time you come there, either as the same dino or another one, you know where to go instantly and you don't waste time searching for every single tiger nut or every single pine cone that you need. So, oh, this is new. Cactus. Cactus. In Hoodoo Expanse. Isn't that just succulents? They changed some stuff. Yeah, it is just, okay. That's interesting, okay. Yeah, this is obviously after they implemented some new quests on this map as well, after they have added the new map. I don't think many people actually realize that a bunch of things have changed on this map, since they've been so focused on the new one. But yeah, I believe they have also added a couple of new quests for herbivores. I haven't checked them out yet, but I think I will do that in just a bit. So yeah, let's see how many marks I can get for this one actually. It is 80, yeah, 80 marks, which is really good actually. Again, if you know where to look, and know exactly where to look, that's even better. Then doing normal quests, normal collection quests, is still the best way to grind marks. I just can't say it any clearer. Yeah, Salt Vein. There we go. That's just the white, flat, salty area of Salt Flats. And that got me another 50 marks. So you can really see how easy it really is to grind these marks if you just know what you're doing. I will put up a bit of a list, I think, right now or at the end of the video of some of my favorite questing locations. Oh, we got an Elio here. Ooh. Okay, don't see those a lot anymore. That's nice. Yeah, I will put up a list of some of my favorite questing locations, just to give you an idea of what areas you can check out and perhaps get more marks from. But yeah, that will bring me to my final point. Which is one that I think many people will benefit from. Because if you see that notification, Home Cave Decoration Reward, you have received 1 times red ginger plant. Many people just don't think much of it. Like, okay, sure, I now have that. I don't know what to do with it because I don't really like making or decorating my nests. But even if you're not one for decorating, those decorations can help you out a lot. Because if you go to your home cave or your nest, doesn't matter, both work. But I will show it off in the home cave because I don't have my nest built yet. You can do something that I don't think many people know you can do. So if you get in your home cave and you go to your home cave rock and you go to buy decorations, you can see all of the decorations that you can buy. But there's a little tab in the bottom right that you can select, only owned. There we go. And there you can see that red ginger plant that we just collected, that we just received. And that is worth 50 marks. So I can select that and I can say sell, 50% refund. So this will get me 25 marks. then now that might not sound like a lot, but if you do all of your quests, if you do all of your pine cones and all of your mushrooms and everything, you can see what stuff you can actually trade in. You can trade in your ginger plants, you can trade in your rocks, you can trade in your rib cages, which are worth 100, so you can get 50 marks from those. You can trade in your, I'm pretty sure you can trade in your turtle shells as well. Actually, I'm 100% certain. Shells, I'm actually not sure, I don't think so. But I think that's it. I think you cannot trade... Oh yeah, that's right. Your cactus. Your succulents. You can also trade those in. But the mushrooms and the pine cones and the acorns, I think, they are not... yeah, you can't sell those. But everything else... So the turtle shells and the... maybe starfish as well, if you're an aquatic. But mainly turtle shells... rib cages, redwood rocks, red ginger plants, and your succulents, and maybe the clams as well, but mainly the ones that I just mentioned. If you can get your quests done for those, and you go into your home cave and you click refund, that's 25 marks right there. If I were to have a bunch of quests saved up, you can get hundreds of marks from this. And I bet many of you have, like, a lot of these decorations in your inventory right now, and you don't even realize it. So if you just go into your home cave right now, and click only owned, you can see all of the stuff that you can sell for marks, and that is one of the best tips I can give you. So I think I will hop onto a different dino now and see if I can find a creature that I actually have a couple of decorations in my inventory for. Let's see. My Spino, that's in a home cave. Do I have some decorations? Yes, I do. There we go. You see 2 cactus, 1 plant, and 2 rocks. So I only have 102 marks right now. I'm a very poor Spino. But let's say I wanted... I already got my build ready now, but if I wanted to get a new ability and I don't feel like questing, or I don't have any time or whatever, I can just do this. I can get 20 marks here for 2 cactus. I can get 25 marks over here, and I can get 100 marks here. So I just got 145, yeah, 145 marks right there. That easy. And now that might be enough to just push me over the edge to get what I wanted. Now, I picked a bad example because I already have most of my abilities on Spino. But if you're not adult yet, perhaps, and if you just need a little bit more marks, a few more, then selling your decorations can do you lots of good. But I'm not finding any new quests, gotta be honest. So yeah, the old quests are not to be ignored. Definitely not. For growth, they're pretty ass, I gotta tell you. For growth, they're not the greatest. They're really not. If you want to grow, then you should mainly go for the newer quests, if you want marks, doing the old quests is a really good way to gain more. Well, one more thing I will add, those little lookout points, they also give you 100 marks. They've changed it from 300 to 100 because 300 was pretty OP, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. You see? One redwood rock. That's another 50 marks that I can sell, and I can just get that whenever I want to. It's not like, I mean, if I collect that now and I die, I lose it. So I might want to just use that, sell it when I need 50 marks, which I don't right now, but I do hear something questing here, so I'm gonna see what this is. Oh, it's a baby duck. Hello. He hasn't even seen me. Hello. Yeah, if you don't know, if you've already used a observing point, lookout point, if you don't know if you've already used that or not, you can check what it says. If it says view, it's a new one, and you can use it and you can get 100 marks. If it says observe, you've already used it before, and you can still use it to look around, but you will not gain any more marks or growth. So that's a bit of a tip on that. And yeah, I think that's gonna have to wrap it up, because I cannot for the life of me seem to be getting a new herbivore quest, and therefore I cannot tell you if they're worth it or not. If there are even a new, if it is even a new quest, or if it's just a different variation of an existing one, I am not sure. But without further ado, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to see more stuff like this, please consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like, and telling me in the comments what you'd like to see next, so I know what to work on. And I will love to see you in the next video. Bye bye. And so here we are at the end. As promised, I will be showing you a few of my favorite questing locations, some of which are better than others, obviously, and also some locations which I absolutely discourage you from going towards if you are looking to get more marks, because, well, they are either very populated, or they are just really bad for questing in general, meaning they have really hard quests to do. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Leave a like, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.